How do you make money online with cryptocurrency? Well, I'm going to show you step by step live right now. It can be quite scary when you first start out and you want to buy crypto. I remember many years ago when I first started out, I was trying to work out what coins to buy. Should I buy now or should I wait? What was a scam? What was legit? Who I should listen to and who should I ignore? There were no guides or anything on this stuff. It was literally the Wild West. And through a long process of trial and error, I made my own systems and criteria and somehow managed to survive it all. So let me tell you, I made a lot of mistakes. I made all the mistakes. And my personal philosophy is to never stop learning. So over the years, I bought lots of coins. I bought courses from people I'd never heard of. I paid access to membership sites for trading tips. I read all the blogs, social media. I even made so many mistakes. So it came to a point where I vowed to never, ever repeat those mistakes ever. I'd learned from my lessons. So in this video, I wanted to give you guys an overview, one that I wish I had when I first started out, so you can avoid all the mistakes I made and profit from those lessons that I learned along the way. Now, in order to make money online with cryptocurrency, you do need to spend some money. So this video assumes you have some cash to invest. But if you don't, if you've got no money at all and you just want to earn free cryptocurrency, check out my other video here, or you can watch it later. I'll link to it in the show notes below. Now, in terms of investing, when you're just starting out, less is better. Now, you could start out with just $5, $50, $500. For other people, it could be $1,000 or $10,000. And that really depends on your own appetite for risk. The only thing I'd say to you is that whatever you invest, you need to be fully prepared to lose it all. And I mean all of it. So start out small, really small, reduce your risk. And, small has different meanings to different people. So for some of you, that could be $10 just to get a feel for it. You can always ramp it up later. Okay. So start small and keep going. So let's get into it. How to make money online from crypto. We're going to cover 3 main strategies people use. And I've got a little bonus lined up for you too at the end of the video. Now, the first strategy is to buy and sell on an exchange. You've probably heard of them, exchanges like Binance, for example. Now, this is a typical Binance window. Don't get overwhelmed by how it looks. Just like you buy stocks on a stock exchange, you buy crypto on a cryptocurrency exchange. And the aim here is to buy when the price is low, hold, and sell when the price goes up. I know that's an overly simplistic way of looking at it, but that's just the way it is. Now, I personally use multiple exchanges. 3 of the most reputable ones in no particular order are Coinbase, Binance, and Crypto.com. Now, you may have heard of at least 1 or 2 of these exchanges. I've provided links to them in the show notes below. Now, let's have a look at the Coinbase exchange. So, as I said before, when you're buying stocks, you obviously buy them at a certain price. Hopefully it's a low price. You sell them when the price is high. That's how you make money. But it is really important to note, and I can't stress this enough, crypto is extremely volatile and it's not unusual for it to jump like 10% in a day. So don't be too shocked if you buy and the price goes through the roof or it drops through the floor. So I'd recommend, as I said before, choose 2 of these exchanges, download their apps, sign up, get a feel for them. Unlike some of the more technical looking exchanges, their web pages and apps are really surprisingly easy to use. Another exchange is Crypto.com. So let's say you just want to try this out with $5. All you need to do is just download the app. You can load money onto it, like via a bank transfer or a Visa card. And once it's loaded, and sometimes it's instant, sometimes it's 24 hours, but once it's loaded, you can buy crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, for people just starting out, you don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. So don't freak out, or a whole Ethereum. You can buy just like a tiny little piece of one. So if you want to spend $5 or $10, you can. Okay. So there's no issue with that. Small is good when you're starting out. So the second strategy people use to make money online with cryptocurrency is buying something called an initial coin offering or an ICO. I'd be really interested to know how many people have heard of those. And if you have, feel free to leave a comment in the comments below. But imagine for a second, if you went back in time before Google and Amazon listed on the stock exchange. So let's say you were an employee at Google back in the heyday and you were given some shares in a company in advance of their IPO or initial public offering. And when it went public, you either kept those shares, or maybe you kept them until today, or maybe you sold them at the time and cashed out. Now, incidentally, if you did that with Amazon, its stock price was $18 a share at the IPO. Now that same stock price is over $3,000. So if you had have invested then and sold today, you'd have made 166 times your investment. Now, some of you may ask, well, Simon, that's okay. Tell us about crypto. Give us a real example. That's like the stock market. This is crypto. This is different. So let's just take Ethereum. At its ICO, initial coin offering, it was 30 cents. 30 cents. It has since gone up over $1,400, $1,400. And that was an all-time high, and that was at the crypto bubble bursting. There's been multiple crashes, multiple things since. It's $393 today. That's still 1,146 times your initial investment. So if you sold at an all-time high and cashed out, you would have made 1,466 times your investment. Now that's totally crazy. But you can Google those figures. You can independently verify them yourself. So I know it seems crazy. Here's what an initial coin offering looks like. Now, as an example, let's pretend there's a cryptocurrency project being developed, and we'll just make up one. Let's call it Monster Coin. Right? Now, it hasn't come out yet, but it's going to come out in 2 months' time. So what happens is, say, right now, the people behind Monster Coin, they've got some ideas, they've got some code, some servers, they've put their own capital into it, but they need funds to use on the project. So they decide to do what's called an ICO, and they sell tokens. Now, tokens are allocated to you to cash in when the cryptocurrency lists on an exchange. Now, when I say it's allocated to you, they're digital tokens, so they get placed inside a wallet which you control. So you've got possession effectively of these digital tokens from a digital standpoint. Now, the huge advantage of an ICO is that you get in before everyone else, right? Now, the risk is that these things are volatile. So many fail, some have enormous upside, and I've personally seen coins that are up, 1,000%, which is just insane. It's mad. So I've also seen coins that have gone up and people have sold off, and a few days they've dropped through the floor and they've never recovered. Okay, so you've got to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for those losses. They're going to happen. Now, the key here is to look out for ICOs and do your own research. And my personal philosophy is to treat these like investing in a business. You want to look out for a great concept, an experienced team, the ability to execute, all those normal things that you would look out for as an entrepreneur in a business. Now, I've got to admit, I wasn't initially going to mention this, but I'm really, really excited about it. So you guys are the first to know. I've actually started writing a book on ICOs. I know, it's crazy. So it's in draft. It provides all the techniques in detail, as well as tips and tricks and things like that. I've used it to evaluate ICOs for me. So if you're interested in learning more about it, I'll leave a link in the comments where you can get notified when it comes out. So the next strategy people use, and this is one I use myself, I take advantage of it. It's something called airdrops. Now, airdrops are effectively free cryptocurrency that's deposited into your account. So it's deposited technically into a wallet, but I'm using that word account so because everyone's new here. But before I get into this, I just want to share something with you. Because this has paid off for me big time. But I just want to put a caveat on this. Unlike some people you might watch on YouTube, I actually do this. So it's my job. I don't do anything else. I've been doing it for years. And I just want to open up one of my wallets and show you firsthand what an airdrop looks like. So no one in their right mind opens up their wallets. Like, it's not the done thing. But I know people will appreciate the sort of the honesty and transparency with doing it, because far too many people in the industry hype this stuff up and they make it out to be something that it's really not. So they just blow it out of all proportion. Now, the other thing I've noticed is that some people talk about it, but they don't actually do it, as in they've never, ever done it. And I know like one prominent crypto personality who admitted to never buying Bitcoin, didn't know how to use a wallet. So it was just mind blowing. So, but enough of me ranting. I just wanted to be upfront and clear with you about what I'm doing, because I know some people will appreciate it. But back to airdrops. It sounds too good to be true. Free crypto, free money, totally free. Just put it in your wallet. You know, they give it to you with no catches. But here's the thing. Sometimes there are rules around it. So let me explain a bit further. Crypto is literally dropped out of the air. You don't have to do anything. It just happens. You wake up one day and your wallet has more money in it. So how does this happen, and where does the money come from? Well, crypto originates from the people behind the cryptocurrency project, and it's usually the result of a smart contract. Also, just think of it as an electronic contract or agreement, if you like, being executed. It's effectively just a piece of code running. So you don't have to do anything. You don't need anything on your computer. It just runs out there on the blockchain. Now, you've probably got many questions like, why do this? Like, why do cryptocurrency teams give out airdrops? It's bizarre. I don't believe you. Think about it this way. Let's say that you're launching a new cryptocurrency, or coin, as they say. Now, you don't want people to dump it, in other words, get rid of it, sell it off when it's released on a major exchange, because this can cause the price to drop. Now, you want to incentivize people to hold on to their coins, or even to buy more coins. So to that end, some cryptocurrency teams will implement an airdrop program to deposit coins directly into investors' wallets. Now, sometimes there's no catch, but other times the amount of airdrop coins depends on how long you hold onto your coins. Now, airdrops happen, they can happen anytime. They can happen monthly, quarterly, weekly, whenever. But another scenario I've seen is the more you invest in the ICO, the more airdrop coins you get. So there might be some different rules around it depending on the team and who's running it. So let's recap. You buy some tokens at an ICO. On the day that the cryptocurrency is launched, you can cash them in, or you can hold on to them. So you can cash them in, take away your profit, run away, or you can hold on to them. Now, let's say you hold on to them or you don't sell, and then in a week or a month, there's a smart contract that executes by itself, and it deposits that cryptocurrency into your wallet via an airdrop. Now, as you can imagine, airdrops are very attractive, and they suit long-term investors like myself who really believe in specific projects. Now, you may take a different approach. You may want to get in and get out, and that's okay, but that's not what I typically do. So here's one example of an airdrop. It's not the best example out there, but it's an indicator of what you can expect. Now, in 2017, I came across an entity called Pundi X. Now, it's not the greatest name from a marketing standpoint. It was an Indonesian entity that created a blockchain point of sale solution. So think of it like the next Visa card. And it was essentially an FPOS machine where you could use your debit card or Visa credit card from your, or your savings card at a cafe, but with a difference. You could also pay in cryptocurrency using their plastic cards. Now, without going into too much detail on the thing, it really attracted me. What attracted me to the ICO was that they had a working product, and it was just nothing else on the market. There was nothing else on the market anywhere like it. And this is what it looked like. Now, imagine seeing this for the first time. You can see the physical credit card machine, and it worked. It was real. It was there. So Pundi X started off in Asia, and now we're reaching out to Europe. And there was nothing like it, as I said, and I'm for commercialization of the industry. So I thought, here is a great opportunity to get in at the very start. So wouldn't you want to own the next Visa? Like, the opportunity to do that was huge. So I was in. So in January 2018, I was whitelisted, and they allowed me to participate in their ICO. And in January 2018, actually, I was at the 21st. Ethereum was $1,128, and I invested 1 ETH. And there was a massive demand, and they hit their hard cap of 35 million in just 2 hours. They sold out, gone. So in July 2018, Pundi X had a market cap of 373 million, and each coin was worth 0.004162. So it was tiny. It's a fraction. So if I had have cashed out then, I would have made a profit. But I decided to hold on because this was a long-term investment for me, and I believe in the business model, and the airdrop was a bonus. But if you didn't take this view, if you hung out for the airdrop, you would have lost money. And here's why. So in May 2019, as you can see, it had a market cap of 237 million. And each coin was worth 0.00116. Now, in October 2020, it had a market cap of 33 million, and each coin was worth 0.000141. So it's gone down. Now, was it worth all the airdrops and free money? Well, if you plan to sell now, no, it wasn't. If you plan to sell back then, yes, it was. But long term, I'm optimistic, because the reality is I've got 1.5 million of that cryptocurrency sitting there, and they're continuing to meet their goals. They're still partnering with other companies, and I suspect it will take years to roll out a network of point of sale machines. They wanted to roll out 100,000 in 3 years. That's a lot of cafes and a lot of things to take up, but they're doing it, and I'm playing the long game, so that's a perfect match for me. Now, the industry is still in its infancy, and a competitor could come along and buy up their coins or offer to acquire their point of sale devices. And if that happened, it would skyrocket the price. So I want exposure to that, and I've certainly got it with about 1.5 million coins. Now, that sounds like a lot, but each coin is like a fraction of a cent. So it's still worth something. But as we've seen with crypto, things can skyrocket over time. I mean, imagine if that reached $1 or $2. It's a life-changing event. So that's the strategy behind it. And to prove I'm not making this up, here's the screen grab from my wallet. It shows all the times and dates and what was put in terms of quantity. I haven't put my full wallet address in there, but I'm sure people could work it out. You normally wouldn't share these things. Obviously, it's not the only wallet I have either. But as you can see, I've received those tokens. They're airdropped. There's a whole heap over to me in monthly increments, and you can read that for yourself. But again, think of airdrops as just someone putting money directly into your bank account, and that's what's happening here. So what's the bottom line? Well, airdrops of free money sound great, but there are potential pitfalls that you need to look out for. So if you'd like to hear more about that, let me know in the comments below. I can follow up with another video. But, when people talk about airdrops and free money, there are, pros and cons of doing this. Okay. So we've talked about airdrops. Let's get back to the bonus tip, because I know you're going to love this. It's really, really cool. So we've seen buying and selling, initial coin offerings and airdrops, and let's talk about free Bitcoin. Now, this is amazing. Just by doing your normal online shopping, you can earn free Bitcoin. Now, you've probably seen websites that offer you cash back when you shop online. Now there's a site called Lolly where you can earn a percentage of every purchase paid back to you in Bitcoin. So I've included a link to Lolly in the description below. You can just visit their website and sign up, and it's a free account, so you've got absolutely nothing to lose. Now, the thing about Lolly is that it has 1,000 stores, like 1-800-Flowers, GoDaddy, Petco, Nike, Adidas, Priceline, Groupon, Lululemon, Macy's, you name it. As you can see, there's tons and tons of stores. If you can think of it, it's probably in there. So there's literally no excuse whatsoever for you not to get free Bitcoin. When you probably buy stuff online, it just makes sense to click the shop button and go and buy it there. I mean, if you've got like antivirus software on your computer, for example, McAfee give you 31.5% back to you in Bitcoin. So let's just round numbers. If you're paying $100 each year for software, you get $31 back. So you'd be crazy not to do this. You're buying stuff anyway. Take advantage of this and get some Bitcoin. So aside from buying and selling and airdrops and using apps that give you Bitcoin when you shop, there are many other ways to get cryptocurrency, and it is not going to cost you a cent. So I've got a whole video on how you can get free crypto, as in free. No catches, no nothing, it's free. And this video is also great if you've got kids and you want to teach them about crypto, or perhaps you've got an old family members who like the novelty of owning Bitcoin because everyone's talking about it and it's cool, but they don't want to spend a cent and they don't really understand how it operates. You can show them this video, share it with them. I'll link to it here, as this is a video that you seriously do not want to miss. So what's your favorite way of making money online with cryptocurrency? I'd love to know. So leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have a question yourself, if there's something you're too scared to ask or you think I should make a video on, feel free to mention it in the comments, because I'll really seriously consider doing it. I do read all the comments myself. I answer them personally and I love reading them. So go and check out that free crypto video and I'll see you in the next one.